Hello and welcome to the session on approaches to education, pragmatism. Philosophy is a deep and comprehensive subject, and the study of philosophy becomes necessary to discern the nature of education. This is because philosophy provides answers to all the ultimate questions regarding education. Educational philosophy is the criticism of the general education and consists of critical evaluation and systematic reflection upon general theories. Apart from providing solutions for various educational issues, the purpose of educational philosophy is to make education according to the need-based life and society. Its aim is to make the teaching learning process more effective and attractive according to interests, inclinations and abilities of the child. There are 4 different philosophies of education. Pragmatism is the modern ideology of education, which is also known by various names such as practical philosophy, utilitarian philosophy, experimental philosophy and philosophy of instrumentalism. The genesis of pragmatistic school of philosophy generally traced in America, where the people have flair for practical approach and have highly developed senses of the concrete and the useful. In the 16th and 17th century, the Roman Catholics imposed inhuman cruelties upon the Protestants and the Reformists in Europe. As a result, the oppressed mass migrated to America for peace and freedom. Some years later, the spirit of industrial revolution hit the shores of America, and the migrants confronted new problems and difficulties due to the changed environment. Their old ideals and values were incapable of solving their new problems. This generated in them a new way of thinking, which led them to new types of activities and new ways of learning by doing and by consequences and experiences. They judged the events on the basis of their consequences. They involved in those activities which they thought was good and helped them in solving their problems. In this way, the pragmatic philosophy was conceived in the 19th century. The influence of pragmatism is still evident in all the areas of human life and development even today. Etymologically, the word pragmatism is derived from the French word pragma and the Greek word pragmat, both of which means things done, business or affair. The term pragmatism first appeared in 1878 in an article by Charles Sanders Peirce named How to Make Our Ideas Clear. According to this school of thought, practice comes first and theory afterwards. The basic assumption of this philosophy is that whatever is learned in education ought to be useful for individuals in their social life. As a revolt against idealism, pragmatism emerged as a distinct philosophy in America towards the end of 19th century. Idealism emphasized on the significance of man and mental and spiritual side of life, while the idealist looks before and after and is concerned with what is not. The pragmatist is concerned with consequences, facts and fruits. They do not base their tenets or speculation and abstract thoughts, but on standards which are concrete and realizable. Unlike idealists, the pragmatists live in the world of facts and not in a world of ideals. For them, the values are subjective and relative and change with the times, the philosophy and the circumstances. Human experience is the main determinant of values. People value different objects differently and may value the same object for different reasons. Human behavior, according to the pragmatistic philosophers, is an intelligent behavior which is best guaranteed of moral excellence and helps man to achieve maximum growth and progress. Pragmatism does not make any sharp distinction between mind and self. According to them, mind is not a substance but a function. It considers mind as a behavior or activity interacting in a biological and social environment. Pragmatists consider self also as a function which emerges in a situation. They hold that each person has a self of his own on the basis of which he differs from others. They believe in transcendental self and say that man's self is a part of universal self, and that self realization means establishing harmony between one's own soul and the universal soul. Main exponents of pragmatism. The most important of the classical pragmatists were Charles Sanders Peirce from 1839 to 1914, William James from 1842 to 1910, and John Dewey from 1859 to 1952. Other important pragmatists were Schiller, Margaret H. Mead, and W. H. Kilpatrick. For much of the 20th century, pragmatism was largely in eclipse. The influence of pragmatism declined during the first two-thirds of the 20th century. Only a few philosophers were familiar with the works of classical pragmatists such as Charles Sanders Peirce and William James, and pragmatist ideas were not at the center of debate. But pragmatism had undergone a revival since the 1970s, with philosophers being increasingly willing to use the writings and ideas of the classical pragmatists, and also a number of thinkers such as Richard Rorty, Hilary Putnam, and Robert Brandom developing philosophical views that represent later stages of the pragmatist tradition. Pragmatism in education. Pragmatism today is a vital and vibrant part of interdisciplinary discussions that range from philosophy to religion to science to politics and to education. Pragmatism has promoted a new consciousness and awakening in the field of modern education. Pragmatists have two fundamental beliefs. The first is that no principle or idea is valid and true all the time. The second is that real value of a thing lies in its utility and usefulness for human welfare. On the basis of these beliefs, they hold the view that no educational process can be regarded as final and useful for all times to come. It constantly keeps changing according to the changing needs of the society. According to the believers of this philosophy, education is not the dynamic side of philosophy, but philosophy itself evolved from education. Since this philosophy is practical and utilitarian, it has influenced education to the maximum extent. Characteristics of pragmatic education. Education as life. Pragmatists firmly believe that education is life itself. A child gains knowledge that is real through various activities and experiments that he undertakes in his life. These experiences are provided through the medium of education. Through such a practice, he creates his own values and ideals that make his life better and comfortable. Education as growth. According to John Dewey, growth is the real function of education. Pragmatists believe that men and society are growing, and accordingly their needs are growing and changing. Hence, education has to grow in order to meet the needs of the people. Education as reconstruction of experiences. Pragmatists believe that real knowledge can be attained only through experiments and experiences constructed by the learner himself. According to John Dewey, education is a process of continuous reconstruction of experiences. These experiences enable the learner to develop his personality and adjust to the various circumstances of life. Like how the process of education has no end and goes beyond itself, the process of reconstruction of experiences continue till the final truth is gained. Education as social process. Pragmatists believe that education has a social function and it provides social experiences to a child. Man is a social animal and is integrally related to all human beings. He should therefore be educated through the medium of society so as to develop the desirable social qualities in him. It is education that will help him in understanding various things, make him aware of his social obligations. Thus, the education of the child through the medium of society promotes his welfare and happiness. Education as responsibility of state. In a democratic country, education is the right of every individual. Hence, it is the responsibility of the state to provide education to all its citizens without any discrimination. Pragmatists emphasize that the state should take the whole responsibility of providing education to each and every child in the country, so that he is prepared to meet the challenges and problems of life successfully. Education as freedom. According to pragmatists, the child should be given enough freedom for the development of his all-round personality. Pragmatic education works on the principle of democracy, which infuses in a child a sense of freedom, initiative, quality and a sense of responsibility. Education as development of philosophy of education. Pragmatists believe that the aim of education is a comprehensive practical education based on the philosophy of liberal education. This aim of education is to achieve intellectual, moral, aesthetic, physical and spiritual development in learners. Education must be comprehensive and aim at developing the child to achieve a better social adjustment. Education as humanitarianism. According to pragmatists, education in every field should help in inculcating human values through adapting suitable methods of teaching aims of education. Pragmatic education aims at creating humanitarian values in every sphere of education. Education as democracy. A democratic society gives importance to equality, liberty and fraternity. Education, according to the pragmatists, should help in developing democratic values and ideals in the individuals of the nation. It should therefore prepare them for a democratic and social life. Education as human personality. Human personality is given prime importance in pragmatic philosophy. In this philosophy, the human personality is considered as the most significant element in the process of education. Different forms of pragmatism. Humanistic pragmatism. Humanistic pragmatism is concerned with human needs, aspirations and their satisfaction. In short, this form of pragmatism believes in the welfare of humanity. According to humanistic philosophy, only those things and activities that satisfy human beings are true. Experimental pragmatism. According to experimental pragmatism, only those ideas or things are true which can be verified and proved by experiments. Experimental pragmatism gives emphasis on personal experiences and ignores social experiences. Nominalistic pragmatism. According to medieval nominalistic pragmatic philosophy, a universe is only a name. Whenever we make an experiment, the prospective result starts coming out of our mind. Nominalistic pragmatism believes that these results of our experiments are always particular and concrete. This form of philosophy bestows emphasis on the material form of the ideas and names them. Biological pragmatism. According to biological pragmatism, the power or capacity of human beings is valuable and important. This power or capacity helps him to adjust himself to the change that takes place in his environment. It helps him to change his immediate surroundings to his needs and requirements. This philosophy believes that knowledge is an instrument for enabling the human organism to make better environment for himself. Biological pragmatism is also known as instrumentalism. John Dewey is the main exponent of this philosophy. Instrumentalism is very dominant in modern times. Pragmatism and aims of education. Pragmatists consider education as the process of growth. For them, the reward of learning is continued capacity for growth which they wish should take place in a social context. The pragmatists define education as the process of superior adjustment of the mentally developed, free, conscious human being in his biological and social environment. They consider physical and social environment as data of education. They demand that the child should be provided with the right type of environment for development of their personality. Moreover, true education according to them aims change according to the values created by man, society and circumstances. Pragmatic philosophy stands for utilitarian education, one which has functional value of helping the children to fulfill their biological and social needs. Pragmatism from its very nature does not give us a prior idea of aims towards which educative effort is to be directed. This philosophy does not believe in fixed, predetermined, ultimate and general aims of education. It does not give any fixed aims, because pragmatism believes in changing needs of the society. Moreover, no specific aim of education can be predetermined, since aims of education would be different for different children for different times and circumstances. Pragmatism believes that children should not be asked to work according to predetermined goals, but should be allowed to determine their goals according to their needs and interests and in conformity to the demands of the time. However, pragmatist philosophy stresses on a few aims of education, which are the following. The first one is more education. The main aim of pragmatic education is to educate more and more. This is because this philosophy believes in educating people for the sake of developing their knowledge. They believe that the process of education has no end and every part of learning leads to another. The next one is creation of new values. According to pragmatists, the main aim of education is to create new values to meet the needs of the individuals and the new social demands. So, the main task of the educator should be to put the educand into a learning position of developing values for himself. All round development. The essential aim of education is to direct the impulses, interests and abilities towards satisfaction of the felt needs of the child in his environment. The individual develops his personality in terms of his physical, intellectual, social, moral and aesthetic aspects. The next aim of pragmatism is growth. According to the pragmatist John Dewey, education is a process of growth of men and society. Growth of inner sight of an individual is another important aim of education. This is possible through a democratic society, since growth takes place through mutual interactions and changing social order. Social efficiency is also another aim of pragmatism. Socialization of individuals is another important aim of education according to the pragmatic philosophy. That is, education should prepare the child for a healthy and happy social life. It should help him to become an able citizen. According to them, education is the development of social efficiency in the child. Pragmatists therefore suggest cooperative learning and social discipline and co-curricular and extracurricular activities which help the child in socialization. Personal and social adjustment. Education should help the child to adjust to his immediate surrounding and solve the problems that he faces in the environment around him. It should help him control his environments according to the changing scenario and develop in the child a dynamic and adaptable mind. Leads to democracy. The pragmatic aim of education is to create a democratic environment in the society. Education should create an environment for democracy to flourish, which enables the individuals to determine his beliefs and fulfill his needs. Pragmatism and teacher. The educator is the most important element in a school's social environment, and his role is one of the important factors for the development of the child. The teacher in a pragmatic school should not be a dictator. A teacher should neither impose his wills nor his methods to the students. He should be a leader of the group activities. He should be a director of learning so that genuine growth takes place in each and every student. From a pragmatist point of view, a teacher must be practically trained, socially efficient, professionally talented and intelligent with vision and foresight. He must be an experimentalist to create learning situations for the students. A child is not a passive listener, rather he is an active participant in the business of learning. A teacher, according to this philosophy, should be a good friend, philosopher, counselor and guide for the child. He should help stimulate the child's activities and provide him with education in a social environment so as to develop his social interests, attitudes and habits. The function of a teacher should be to assist the child when he is in difficulty. The teacher is expected to have knowledge about the interest of his taught and full understanding regarding the conditions and situations of changing society. Methods of teaching according to pragmatism. Pragmatists emphatically protest against the notion that the child should sit deferentially at the feet of any teacher. They believe that the child should be made to think and act for themselves, to do rather than to think and to originate rather than to repeat. The child should be put in situations that he finds himself difficult to come out of and should further be provided with the ways to deal with it himself. Pragmatists encourage cooperative group work. The project method is what they prescribe. Kilpatrick is the originator of this method. A project is a wholehearted, purposeful and problematic activity carried out in a social environment. Only problems that appeal to common sense are posed. Artificial problems are not given any importance. The main idea underlying in this is that school tasks are to be real and purposeful as the tasks of the wider life outside the school, and that they must be really interesting to the students. Group projects should be encouraged since group projects give more scope for socialization. There are 4 stages in the project method. They are purposing, planning, executing and evaluating. Students should participate in all 4 stages. Pragmatism and discipline. Pragmatists reject the existence of universal moral principles. Pragmatists advocate social discipline based on the child's interests, activities and his senses of social responsibility. Social responsibility helps the child to become disciplined, which helps him successfully perform all personal and social tasks. According to the pragmatist, the merging of play with work will develop a sense of purpose in the child to do his work with eagerness and joy. This mental condition will infuse in him seriousness, sincerity and consideration for others. This will also foster self-confidence, self-reliance, cooperation, sympathy and fellow feeling for others. These social qualities develop in him a sense of discipline and moral obligation towards self and others. According to the believers of this philosophy, discipline does not mean a simple obedience to rules or commands imposed from outside. For them, there are no standards of behavior or conduct to which the child has to conform. They emphasize social discipline through participation in cooperative activities in the school society. According to the pragmatists, discipline should not be imposed, but should grow out of purposeful group activity that demands cooperative work leading to a sense of morality from within. Good moral traits are acquired by participation in democratic social life and work. There should not be any imposed system of rewards and punishments. The children should be given freedom to frame their own rules and penalties and order their social life in the school. This helps them to establish their own standards of conduct and values of life. The whole atmosphere of school should be democratic and student self-government should be encouraged. Pragmatism and curriculum. Pragmatism advocates a useful, flexible, dynamic, active and correlated curriculum. it prescribes a broad and flexible curriculum including all experiences that the children acquire in the classroom. Pragmatists do not wish to teach dead theories and dry facts. According to this philosophy, a curriculum should be based on the interest and taste of the child. Pragmatism accepts child as an important pivot of education. Therefore, it gives due consideration to individual differences and interests of the child. Moreover, they take into account the successive stages of a child's development. Hence, they want curriculum to be child-centered. Pragmatism advocates a changeable curriculum. For them, a curriculum should not be rigid or static. Pragmatists are utilitarians. They believe that utility lies in facilitating human adaptation. Therefore, they insist that only those subjects should be included in the curriculum which will be useful for the students. At the elementary stage, reading, writing, handwork, drawing, arithmetic and study of nature should be included in the curriculum. At a later stage, practical subjects such as social studies, physical sciences, mathematics, language, physical training, etc. should be included. History and social studies is given due importance. Pragmatism insists teaching history which is functional and not a mold of facts with an emphasis on kings and battles, but one concerned with man's historical ability to control nature and transform it into an instrument for realizing his goal. They would like to include in the curriculum the evolutionary development of civilization so as to enable the child to analyze the existing complex social structure from prehistoric days of civilization. Moreover, vocational subjects should also be included in the curriculum for the child to become independent. Pragmatists advocate the importance of practical work and experiences. According to them, a curriculum should consist of purposeful social activities and experiences to promote original thinking in the child. The pragmatists believe that human progress depends on reflective thinking. Since the study of sciences ensures the same, they give it a prominent place in the curriculum. They consider the teaching of science as a social activity which tells the children how the natural world could minister their rapidly increasing needs. Sciences like physics, chemistry, biology, zoology, geography and physiology should be taught to enable the children to view science as an intrinsic part of evolution of man's mind. Now, you can try to answer the questions given here. What are the different forms of pragmatism? What is pragmatism? Explain briefly. What are the different characteristics of pragmatic education? What are the aims of education according to pragmatic philosophy? What is the role of a teacher according to pragmatism? Hope that you may go through the reference books listed here for further reading. Philosophy of Education, written by Chandra S.S. and Rajendra K.S. and published by Atlantic Publishers and Distributors, New Delhi in the year 2006. Introduction to Philosophy of Education, written by Neller G.F. and published by John Wiley and Sons, New York in the year 1964. A Comprehensive Study of Education, written by Ravi S. and published by PHI Learning Private Limited, New Delhi in the year 2011. Thank you for watching this program. We can meet again with another topic. Till then, take care.